How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new, then hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. I am on the road again. Today is very different from my usual area, my usual whatever. I am on my way to Harrisburg. That's 2 hours away from Philadelphia, where I dwell. Okay guys, how's it going? I am on my way home. Finished my sandwich. I still can't get that Mustang and can't get that dude out of my mind, man. Like, I think I had one of them epiphanies or realizations or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm inspired to do something else. I've really had my mind blown, man. I'm going over one of them big ass bridges again. But yeah, it doesn't happen too often, and I'm the type of dude that believes in, I'm sorry if it's loud and stuff, this car's, anyway. Yeah, it's not too often that, you get these kind of, like, signs, and like I was gonna say, like, I believe in the universe providing you with signs, and as long as you keep your eyes open and, look for those signs, you'll get them. And to be honest with you, I think today's trip was a sign to me in some way. Like, I really don't mean to sound like weird or whatever, goofy or something, but like, for real, like, I'm being serious with you guys. Like, no haha jokes or whatever. I got up this morning to drive for 2 hours to go to an office to get something certified. That something is the certificate of my father's death. I needed to have that legally translated to a different language so I can get some legal things done. So for those 2 hours I was driving up here, I'm just like sitting there listening to different types of radio, mostly talk radio and stuff like that. And, I don't know, I just had a lot on my mind, man. I was thinking about things, was thinking about my dad, and to be honest with you, this whole trip, like, basically, I drove for 2 hours to save myself a month worth of waiting for this paperwork to come back to me. So basically, if I mailed this out, it would take 3 to 6 weeks for this paperwork to get back to me in the mail. But if I drive out here to Harrisburg from Pennsylvania, from Philadelphia, then it's instant. I just walk in, they certify things, put some stamps on it, done. And to me, that was crazy because usually when I do any kind of paperwork or go to any kind of place, it takes half a day or a full day. Like, if I was doing this in Philly, I would have probably have to wait in line for like an hour or two. They'd be like, oh, you forgot this type of paperwork, so you should probably go get it again and come back in line. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I expect and usually get. Today, there was no line. I show up, go through the metal detector, everything's fine. I go upstairs, freaking see the lady, no line, nobody there, just me. She gets my stuff done in 5 minutes. In 5 freaking minutes, I'm ready to leave with everything done that I needed to have done. And then, on my way out, I'm like falling in love with this, city, with that town and the surroundings of it. Just getting overwhelmed with just positivity and good vibes from that town. Just the way everything looks, the way the people were there, just fantastic. Then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna look up a hobby shop. I go to a hobby shop. Those two guys are amazing. They talked to me, told me a bunch of stuff, keeping everything very positive, very like personable, very like just, like, I don't know any of them, but just, I don't know, no one was pushing anything on me, no one was expecting anything from me. Just, I don't know, just, I'm not used to normal, nice people, dude. I really need to get out of like circles of people that I hang out with or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I need to think about, but Anyway, the hobby shop was fun, man. I can't wait to get my RC fixed up. I'll give them a call later, let them know the model number or whatever of my RC, because I need new axles for that thing, so I can swap them out and go out and play with it, man. I built that RC by hand out of a bunch of thousands of parts. Literally, it was like an erector set or a Lego set or whatever. Like, I had to learn how to freaking build it. The motor, everything, and I built that thing myself, and I think the axles popped out at some point. This was way back in like late 90s. I think I was still in high school with my old friend and stuff. So yeah, so that's the car that actually hangs in my office. You can see it behind me whenever I do like videos. It's the Mustang, the Celine Mustang, the Tim Allen car. But anyway, man, that killed my right arm, jeez. But yeah, guys, so like I was saying, I'm just summarizing today's video. Like, it was just a bunch of different things happening that, you know, I'm just not used to. Like, anyway, so after the you know, the hobby shop, you know, I went to a couple of the Hobby Lobby, I went to Target, you know, I stopped in those stores, same old stuff. Even if they had a bunch of stuff, man, like, I don't know, man. You know, I'm not looking for anything. You know, the only main line I'm looking for is the Mustang Mach-E, you know, the electric car that just came out, and it's all like modified for racing and stuff. I want to get one of those to wheel swap. That's it. I don't really, I mean, it would be nice to get the BMW Super Treasure Hunt, but I don't really care. I'm not looking for any of that stuff actively. Not anymore, man. I'm still a collector. For those of you who are like, oh, you're done collecting? What are you gonna do? Collect real cars? You know, yeah. I would like to. But yeah, anyway, you know, it just, a lot of today really reminded me of my dad, including that guy with the Mustang. He reminded me of my dad, the way he carried himself, the way he was like talking, you know, kind of sure of himself, but staying humble. You know, at the same time having a whole lot of like obvious, you know, stuff to back himself up, you know. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, then after all the shops, you know, I went to Wegmans. That was ridiculous, crazy big store filled with people, and three Hot Wheels on the pegs, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I walk out. I'm driving away to kind of make an outro video, kind of like what I'm doing now, and I see that Mustang parked there, and I'm just like, oh my god, where have you been all my life, you beautiful, beautiful thing, man. That's other than the 67 fastback, I think you said that was 65. So yeah, that's in Hot Wheels. That's one of my favorite castings. And the way he had it set up, all modern on the inside and like topped out also on the inside, but the outside he kept the way it is, kind of like keep the scars of life on it, and you know, all sorts of just fantastic, man. I really wish I'd caught his name, man, but you know, whatever. I was just some weirdo parked next to his Mustang taking photos and videos of it. But I do appreciate him taking the time to talk to me about all that, and being a part of my weird little realization in life or whatever that I'm having right now. I chose to share this with you guys in my vlog because, to be honest with you, a lot of stuff that happens like this, and when we get like signs from the universe or from God or whatever, you know, we'll get excited about it. We'll be like, oh yeah, all this and that, and then like, you know, a couple of days go by, a week goes by, and you know, we forget or we don't remember it the same way. I wanted to record this so that I can look back at this video later, watch it, and be like, and reawaken what I went through today. And I mean, I'm not like saying everything that's happened today. I'm not telling you all the details, exact details of everything. But this will definitely jog my memory when I'm older or later on in life. But yeah, plus I really wanted to share with you guys, because please don't take this the wrong way, but you know, ever since my minimalism thing that I've been on, and just trying to declutter things out of my head, you know, including not just physical things like just getting rid of just bad emotions, getting rid of like forgiving people, whatever's on my mind, whoever's done me wrong. Inside, I forgave everybody. I got nothing against anybody. I am no longer like upset with anybody. I just don't care. I'm not gonna be like friends with these people, but I'm no longer holding a grudge. I never really talk crap on people, but I'm not going to, and it doesn't matter, man. I wish nothing but the best to everybody that I've ever crossed paths with. So, but yeah, what I'm getting at is like all this like collecting stuff, man. Trust me, I've been a collector my entire life, and I will always be a collector. But I've had these realizations a few times before in my life. That's why I've been always reaching out to minimalism, because it would kind of help me. It would like solidify my thoughts and what am I doing here, And as far as I'm concerned, like I need to just focus more on my own future, my future, with Maggie, my future with myself, the paths in life that I take, and be really, really, really extra picky and particular about who I call friend, I've made these mistakes so many times where like people would kind of approach me and want to be my friends or whatever, and I'd be like, all right, that's cool, and after a while I'm just like, no, this doesn't seem right. I don't think they wanted to be my friend. I think they just needed me for something, they needed me to get them to a certain level or something, or needed me to help them with YouTube or anything like so yeah, I had these realizations today, guys, and I really don't want to hoard things anymore. And by hoard, I mean collect. No, that came out wrong. I'm still going to collect. I freaking love cars. I love Hot Wheels. I love diecast. I love different scales, not just 1/64. I don't care about brand loyalty. It's not all about Hot Wheels, man. I like all sorts of different brands. If I like that car, I like that model, I like the quality of it, I don't care that it's not $5. I don't care, it doesn't matter what that price is. I mean, if I can't afford it, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's not what collecting's all about, man. I mean, collecting's different for everybody. Some people, to them, collecting is life. It gives them purpose. It gives them a reason to get up in the morning, go out there, or it gives them a really perfect escape from their really busy life or really messed up life. It helps them escape that, and they'll go, hunt, or they'll go spend time in their collection room, or they'll go and customize things. And, I've done all of those things. It's been escapism for me. It's been a way to meditate for me. Either customizing or just collecting or just going out and hunting. Like, it just takes you away from the norm. It depends on your job or your life, Some of us just want to get away from like our family, like it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. You can't be around somebody all the time. You need to take breaks. You need to get away. You need to be by yourself sometimes. And collecting helps with that. I totally get it. That's totally cool and fine and normal. But yeah, I'm just looking in my office, or my, it's my office/studio, where I make art. I make videos there. I make customs. I make my actual art, like collages or painting things or drawing, all sorts of things, man. Or art toys, kit bash, whatever. I do all sorts of stuff, man. I have a lot of interests. It's just that my one problem is sometimes I'll pick one of those interests, usually the easiest ones, and kind of hit that hard, because it kind of like makes me not think too much. And before Hot Wheels, it was action figures and like Power Rangers, Megazords, robots, just pop culture in general, as always, But and then I kind of minimized on that, got rid of a lot of stuff, only kept like a small amount of things that mean the most to me and have like the most memories to me, or a friend gave something to me, or I got it in a trade from a good person or a good friend. Like that's the kind of stuff I've decided now 100% that's what I'm collecting. I really don't want to impress anybody. I don't care about that. I never have. But I know a lot of people in like the collecting community, they kind of go out of their way to, you know, flex or show their grip, you know, whatever. Like, oh, look at my collection. I have all of those cars that all of you wish you had. Or, you know, look at me. I got that RLC, or I got that Super, or I got that really rare, whatever, hard to find Redline, or whatever, man. That's all fantastic, man. But, you know, are those things really the things that you really wanted? Or are you just trying to, like, you know, keep up your persona or keep up your, you know, your street cred, or you just want to impress a bunch of freaking people online that you have these things in particular? You know, I don't care about that. I'm really blessed and happy that over the past couple of years, I've met some amazing people, thanks to YouTube, thanks to going back into the Hot Wheels community. Out of the sea of just shit, a couple of amazing people, like, you know, came out of that, and we became friends, and we've been looking out for each other. There's like one in particular. I'm not gonna like say anything, but you know, whatever. I don't want to make people jealous or whatever. But I've met some amazing friends on YouTube and in real life, and I'm very happy about those things. You know, that's what I'm like just blessed with, man. And then like after, you know, my dad passed away a few months ago, again, the Hot Wheels community, and I'm not talking about the entire Hot Wheels community. This is something that everybody needs to understand. The entire Hot Wheels community or the entire collecting community isn't great. There's a lot of toxic people there. A lot. It's not mostly nice people. Hell no. It's mostly really weird, messed up people. And I'm not blaming them. We're all messed up. We're all freaking messed up in the head in one way or another. But, my point is, like, it's not easy. Like, when you're in a collecting community or Hot Wheels community, they're not all fantastically great people. Maybe at first, maybe for a while, but when shit hits the fan, man, you really get to see it, you know, fly around the room and hit the walls. Because, like, some of these people, like, it's a hair trigger. You do something that's not exactly to what they were expecting, or you say something, they freaking change on you. Like, it's like werewolf, man. It's just like, whoa, what the hell happened here? Are you like, I'm glad I don't know you in real life, because you'd probably murder me, man. You just freaking flipped out on nothing. So yeah, as I was saying, after my dad passed away, like, there was a small amount of people in my little, you know, Hot Wheels community that I'm a part of, people I stay in touch with, people I talk to. Like, they pulled together and got me some, like, amazing things, like that amazing Back to the Future thing. That was fantastic. A bunch of people wrote me letters. A bunch of people sent me little custom Hot Wheels, man. They didn't have to do that. They just did that. Some pulled together. Some just sent me something, you know, on their own from themselves. Like, I never got that in, like, the action figure community or retro video game community. When shit hit the fan in those communities, people just kind of stepped back. They're like, oh yeah, man, I'm just giving you time to, like, you know, mourn, or I'm giving you time to, like, figure out your shit. It's like, no, you're not. You're not really my friend. You're not somebody that really cares. You're just backing away because you don't want to deal with my bullshit. So, when that happened, after my dad passed away, and the Hot Wheels homies reached out to me and really tried to, like, make me happy a little bit, it worked. And I really realized who's good. I realized who cares. I realized who's not, like, all about themselves and their stupid ass collection, you know? Like, guys, whatever, I don't care what alls you have. Like, it's amazing. Collections are personal. The only person that should care what you have is you. If somebody likes your collection and they're like, oh my god, that's awesome, dude, I love your collection, if that's genuine, that's a good reaction. That's like, oh, thanks, man, I appreciate that. You know, like, this is that, this means this to me, this is why I collect these. And they're like, oh, that's cool, man, you know? That's what collecting's about to me, man. I really don't care that you have all these cars that have value, you know, that you can resell them or you can whatever in the future. Who cares, man? we all have a little stash that we're keeping aside for like the future, that we know it's either worth more or it might be worth more later. There's no reason to beat yourself on the chest like fucking King Kong and be like, me man, me have valuables. Example, this guy I met today, this is why I'm saying all this, the Mustang guy. He wasn't beating himself on the chest. He wasn't like, me have Mustang, you peasant. He was humble as F. And it was a pleasure to talk to him, man. And like, because of the way he was, because of him as a person, even though he's probably rich and, you know, all of this is not that big of a deal to him, you know, as far as spending money on it. You know, he was humble. And the fact that just talking to me about stuff, taking the time to just talk person to person about something that both of you are into, that meant a lot to me, man. That meant a lot to me, man. It wasn't just like, let me tell you all about me. He didn't tell me shit about himself. He was just talking about the Mustang. He told me because that's what I was interested in. He wasn't like, yeah, man, here's my morning routine. Yeah, man, here's how I made $100,000 in 5 hours. You know, that's just stupid examples. But you know what I'm saying, guys. So yeah, sorry I'm yelling. I'm just very like passionate about what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, I don't know. This is probably gonna have to be like a separate video, just like a podcast thing, because I don't know. Maybe I'll just I'll do the trip video, and then I'll do this where I'll just do the trip video and have this audio just kind of play over it, because there isn't much to like really whatever. So yeah, guys, yeah, so that's it, man. I mean, I just wanted to share that, man. I just really had this realization that what I'm doing is a lot of it's wasting time, dude. Why am I constantly hunting, man? Why do we do this? Why do you do this? I mean, like I said, it's fine if you're, you know, doing something and that's your way to, that's your means to like, you know, escape from something or take a break from something, or you really love collecting, so that's what you do. That's totally cool. I'm talking about myself. Like, this has nothing to do with you. I'm not judging you. I'm a collector. I know how it is. I know what it's like to have your whole house filled with stuff. I've been there. I know what it's like to collect way too much. I know what it's like to constantly go hunting, because it's almost like an addiction, you know, where you're like, you're chasing the dragon. You're chasing those moments where you found something incredible, something rare, something that you've been looking for forever, and that one day you came into a store and it's right there on the peg, it's right there on the shelf, and you're like, oh my god, I found it, wow! And you know, you had that experience once or twice, and that doesn't happen all the time. That happens rarely. And just like a drug, you're trying to get that again. You're always, every time you turn around that corner to get into that aisle with those things you collect, you know, you're expecting to get that feeling again. And to be honest with you, last time I found a super was it was the Cougar, and I found that in a shipper at Acme at my grocery store. So Acme is a grocery store in Northeast Philadelphia, and basically the Northeast area. There's a bunch of them there. So that feeling that I've been chasing, I haven't talked about this, by the way. So if you've been listening and you're still here, thank you for listening to my video vlog in the car. I hope the window's not too loud for you guys, but this is gonna be kind of weird. But no, okay. So when I found that Cougar, man, I was at Acme. That shipper was completely looked through. Half of the cars were already gone. Look at this beauty. Half of the cars were already gone. And you know, I was like, oh, what the hell, I'll look through it, like totally whatever. Yeah, there she is. Hello, little pretty lady. Talking about the car. But yeah, so I'm looking through the shipper, right? This is an example. I'm just telling you, these are my realizations, and I was telling you about chasing the dragon, and you're chasing that feeling. So you remember what it feels like when you find the super and you're like, yes, you know, you're like, oh my god, I found it, that's so amazing, and it takes you back. You feel like a little boy or a little girl, whatever tickles your pickle or frazzles your cabbage. Whatever, man. What? Anyway, a trailer park. So, yeah, so that feeling, right? So that's, a lot of us collect because we love that feeling. That's why we love to hunt. You know, just buying something online, that's not going to give you that feeling. Yeah, you'll be happy you're now an owner of it. That's fantastic. But you don't get that feeling. You just get like something similar to that, but it's not that. It's like, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to compare drugs here. We're not talking about that. So yeah, I went through this shipper. Everything's completely looked through. Half of the cards are bent, messed up. There's no way. Why in the hell would there be a super treasure hunt in there? Why? So I went through it anyway. I'm down to the last bottom freaking section. I go through it. The last on the right bottom, there's like, it looks like maybe it's halfway stacked up. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna look through this and I'm done. I was filming it, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, it's definitely on video. It's one of my what's in my target or whatever hunts. I don't even remember. So yeah, I pull them out. Boom, there's the freaking cougar, man. And I'm like, oh, that's what I'm saying now, because it's almost like an automatic response. There was an oh. I'm like, oh, and then I kind of reach down and I pick it up, and to be honest with you, I didn't get the feeling, man. I was happy about that super. I was very happy about it. I was excited in a way, but that feeling, man, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. That excitement, like when I found my other super treasure hunts, I still got that feeling, but for this one, it just wasn't there. And I remember very vividly thinking to myself while I found it, I'm like, whoa, dude, the feeling's not there. It's not like you're not feeling it. You know, even though you're happy, hey, I got a super. In a way, I was almost more excited about sharing it with you guys on YouTube, being like, hey guys, I found one, you know? I was excited about doing that. And that was one of my realizations, that I was like, dude, I just love filming. I'm a filmmaker. I have a freaking master's in film from Savannah College of Art and Design. I have a minor in sculpture. I used to work on documentaries. I've worked on like Hollywood level films, man. Savannah, A River Story with Jim Caviezel. Check it out. I worked on that film. I know the director. She was my professor also. I have professional film equipment. I'm trying to buy more. Like, this is what I've been thinking ever since, like, when all of this started a few years back. It's just that I still love collecting. I still have my collector mindset, and sometimes it keeps like taking me off track. And I don't think I'll ever stop collecting. I'm still gonna be making YouTube videos, because it's two birds, one stone, man. I go out there, I'm filming, and I'm hunting for something that I love and collect. And it's automotive, because I love cars, I love fast cars, I love race cars, I love to race. I used to be in the Shelby Club, Delaware Valley Shelby Dodge Club. The guy that chased me down in his Shelby one day, he saw me driving my Shelby, and he's like, you gotta join our Shelby Dodge Club. I was like, all right, cool. He passed away last year too, man. Gary, rest in peace, man. So like, that's what I'm saying, man. I was collecting experiences, and then like I keep getting trapped in collecting toys for nostalgia. Don't get me wrong, man. I love my stuff that I collect. I'm not getting rid of the stuff I really like. That's always there. That's always gonna be there. But the things that I've amassed and just collected, why, man? I don't need to impress anybody. Who am I impressing? Some 14-year-old kid that's watching my YouTube channel that shouldn't be watching it anyway? You know, it doesn't make sense, man. So yeah, hopefully I'm making sense to you guys about what I've been thinking about my thought process about all this. Again, I'm not talking about quitting collecting. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm talking about is getting and changing my priorities. I'm talking about focusing my mind, focusing my body, focusing my interests on something else, something that I've always loved, which is filmmaking. Which is, like, I do that. That's a big reason why I've been doing YouTube, is because when I came back from film school, I lived in Savannah, Georgia, after I graduated film school for like a good solid like 4 or 5 years. And all I did was film there, man. I drove a 525i straight 6 BMW with M engine in it. And it was a stick shift. I loved that car. It was black. I think it was either 1992 or 1989. I forget. It was the last boxy, style one for a 5 Series. I love that car, man. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I did, and I still collected things. Anyway, that's a long story. I collect a lot of stuff. But anyway. So yeah, that's my point, guys. Today's trip to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania opened my eyes, man. Like I said before, all I had to do today was go there and get some documents changed up and drive home. I did that, but I didn't close my eyes to the outside world. I pulled over. I stopped to talk to people. I didn't put my head down and just walk past people. And that's what I recommend all of you guys do, guys and girls watching this. Because of this 2020 thing, we all kind of lost our ways, man. We all kind of started, putting our head down and like getting into our heads, like believing ourselves or making like fantasy thoughts about things. We're forgetting how to communicate with each other. And just this trip to Harrisburg, man, just leaving Philly or New Jersey for a couple hours and stopping to talk to people, stopping to listen to them, and just realizing that, oh my God, I want to enjoy life more, man. Like, I want to enjoy my life more. I want to collect. I want to freaking have a nice car. I want to have a good family that I raise. That's what I want to do, man. I don't want to give anything up. I want more. That's my point. I want more out of my life. I want to be there for people more. I want to help people out. I want to not be a jerk to anyone. Like I said, I've forgiven all of my old enemies. I don't need to go to their house and be like, hey man, I forgive you. And I'm not trying to be friends with any of them. By no means. Forgive, don't forget. That's the whole point too, man. Surround yourself with positive people, man. There's a reason why you call someone a friend. They get the honor of being called your friend and being your friend, or you being their friend, is because you respect them, you like them, you guys understand each other. Like, you want to be there for each other because you see something in that other person, and you kind of want to see them succeed. You want to be there for them. You want to be positive for them. You want them in your life because they make you happy, because you know that you can count on them. You can count on them to be there for you when you need them. You can count on them to help you out when you're in need. That's friendship, bro. Friendship isn't like, yo, let's trade a bunch of Hot Wheels. Yo, let's, do this for me, do this for me, do that for me, be this way for me. No, that's not friendship. That's you being selfish and you're trying to manipulate people to make yourself happy. Not friendship. That's the opposite. So yeah, I am so happy that I drove out to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania today. I'm so happy that I felt my dad here with me. I'm so happy that the universe provided a whole bunch of signs and symbols for me. I had an amazing day, man. Knock on wood. My car's not made of wood. But yeah, yeah, guys, thank you for listening to this video podcast. And I'll probably end up making a long video of the whole trip and this at the end of it. Some people like to watch that type of thing, which is fine. It's more like a documentary with this thing at the end of it. But I'll also split this video up between my two channels. My one channel, Nostalgic, that you're watching this on. And probably you're going to be watching this on my other channel, which is Shelby Street Diecast. Check that channel out. It's a smaller channel. But yeah, I'm just amazed, man. I'm happy. I feel great. I'm very happy that I got a lot of stuff that was important achieved today, and everything else that I just mentioned. It was a freaking good day. I'm happy. And it feels good to know what you want. And I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do with my life. I know what I want to get from life, and I know who I want to be in my life. So that's worth more than gold, man. So yeah, I said that weirdly, but you know what I mean. But yeah, man, live, laugh, love. Live long and prosper, guys. And remember, talk to people. Don't be a shut-in. Peace.